What's up, guys? It's your boy Barcaboy 103. Today we're going to be doing a what we've learned video from the match yesterday against Dynamo Kyiv, the 4-0 victory. It is the morning after the game. Now I want to just talk about the game. Obviously, it's a great performance in the second half. First half was absolutely crap. We're going to talk about that, talk about Koeman, talk about the performance of Dest, Mingueza, Alena, talk about the poor performances of Trincao and Firpo, and of course an in-depth analysis on the match itself. If you guys enjoy these kind of videos, make sure you drop a like. Let's try to get this video to 150 likes. It'd be very much appreciated. And of course, hit that subscribe button and let's get into it. Let's start off by talking about Ronald Koeman and his lineup and the subs and the performance of the match. Ronald Koeman was coming to this game with a lot of criticism after the 1-0 loss against Atletico Madrid, and he wanted to prove a point, but he wanted to prove a point with the rotation players. So of course, lines on the screen right now, he went with Ter Stegen in goal, full different back line besides one player. He went with Firpo, Lenglet, Mingueza, and Dest. Of course, that back four kept the clean sheet. They, got the job done. Of course, Firpo's performance wasn't that great. He went with the double pivot of Puig and Alena, who Alena had man of the match performance for me. He went with the front four of Trincao, Pedri, Coutinho, and Braithwaite. Now, a lot of people were, wondering about this game why he did that. And the reason was because he wanted to rest players. And you had to give him full praise and full props for that. He got the job done, they got the result, and he got to rest players. Of course, Griezmann and them came on for a little bit for, extra fitness type of thing. He kept Dembele on the bench, which was good because he had a sprained shoulder, and they didn't want to risk him. They wanted to keep him fresh for Osasuna on the weekend. And he had to give credit to Koeman. The only thing I would criticize about Koeman in this match was the first half performance. We started off the first half, absolutely poor. Nothing was created. 11 crosses attempt, nothing happened from that. We were trying to cross to Braithwaite. They're acting like Braithwaite's 7-foot Olivier Giroud when he's not. That shouldn't be happening. I hate when Barcelona do that when they can't create anything. So all they do is just give it to the right backs and the wingers, and they just cross it in. Braithwaite is literally in the box by himself with all 4 Dynamo Kyiv players there. Why are we crossing that? We need to take that out of our game until we get, Olivier Giroud. We don't need that. We do not have a target man. Braithwaite is just a pure number 9. He's not a target man. We shouldn't be doing crossing inside the box, especially when you have the likes of Coutinho and Pedri, these small players trying to get onto the headers. It's like, you need to cut that out of the game. Another con is build up without our star players. Because, you look at the likes of Coutinho, Pedri, Trincao, Braithwaite, Puig. They didn't really do much in that first half. They couldn't really connect well. Trincao was trying to do stuff on his own. Didn't really come off. He tried to do roulettes and nutmegs and all this stuff. Won a couple of free kicks, to be fair to him. But other than that, he didn't really do much. I think Pedri acted as the veteran in that front four. He played a lot of minutes this season. He looked like he had the quality. Coutinho was out on that left wing again. I said this before, I say it again. Koeman, listen to me. You need to stop playing Coutinho on the left wing. This is what cost him his Barcelona career. You said to him, you called him after the Bayern Munich final when they faced PSG, come back, I'm going to play you at camp, and I think you're going to be a star player. I understand we have injuries, but you should not be playing on the left wing. We have Conrad on the bench, fresh and ready. Barcelona B, American youth prospect, ready. Why are we playing Coutinho on the left wing? You need to cut that out. He will get pushed out again. He will not put in good performances again. It's just not needed. Coutinho on the left wing is a no. I'd rather you put Pedri there. At least Pedri's done that a little bit at Las Palmas. He did it against Juventus. We do not need Coutinho on the left wing. I cannot stress that enough. Fun fact, Braithwaite played on the wings at his time in the French league. I believe he played for Toulouse. I think he played from the same team that Jongleur de Dubo came from. He played on the wings there. So why not try Braithwaite on the wings? It's not a problem. Setien tried it as well. Why not put Braithwaite on the left and then put someone else as striker? I don't know, someone from Barcelona B or something. But then again, Braithwaite's our only backup. So maybe you bring in Depay. You can have Depay there, Braithwaite on the wings, Trincao on the wings, and then Pedri or Coutinho in the middle. That's not a problem. But Coutinho on the left wing needs to get cut out. I'm sick and tired of it. He's going to get pushed out again like he did in the Valverde season. It needs to stop. Overall, I think Koeman's main focus now on the team is getting them starting on the front foot. We see in a lot of our games that we do not start very well, and it needs to improve. Because if we do this against the bigger teams, they will come at us. Look at Bayern Munich. If Bayern Munich had us in the first half, we would have been losing. The first half performances need to step up. Because at the end of the day, second half is when we come into it. It needs to be in the first half from the first minute, not from the 45th minute. We keep doing this, it will cost us. Look at the likes of Real Betis. We had to bring out Messi to give us that, power. And then once we got that, we just quit it. We came into it. It needs to be starting from the first minute. I think Koeman did a really good job with the subs yesterday. Of course, the sub bench is on the screen right now. It was Griezmann, Dembele, Riqui, Puig, Neto, Jordi Alba, Mateus, Iñaki Peña, and Conrad. And I think he did a really great job with the substitutions today. I don't think Griezmann's substitution was really necessary, but in the end, he needed the goal. If you told me from the beginning that if you subbed on Griezmann, he would get a goal, I would have done it 100%. But knowing that before he subbed him on was a little bit of a risk, but came out to be great. Of course, Dembele with that sprained shoulder, he decided to rest him for Osasuna, which I think was a great decision as well. Riqui Puig came in. I didn't like how he put Riqui Puig on the left wing. I think that was, very naive. He was trying to prove a point, like, oh, look, I can't play Riqui Puig into my double pivot, so I have to put him on the wing kind of thing, trying to prove his point that Riqui Puig should go out on loan. Didn't really like that. And then once Riqui Puig came in central, he combined really well with the Griezmann goal, and he shone really, really well. Jordi Alba came in to give Clement Lenglet some rest, which was a great decision as well, moving Firpo to left center back. And then Alba, of course, got some minutes under his belt again, got the assist for Griezmann, but maybe bring up his confidence a little bit as well, because in that Atletico Madrid game, he wasn't that great either. And of course, Matheus Fernandes making his debut, I think he did really, really well. I think maybe under more minutes, we can see what he can truly be made of. Then we know what we're dealing with. If he's good, we keep him. If not, we can send him out on loan. If he doesn't perform on loan, we sell him. So that was a good substitution as well. And of course, Conrad, I think it was a good substitution, but I don't know why he put him on the right instead of the left. I felt like if he took off Alena, drop Riqui Puig back, and then put Conrad on the wing, give Trincao the full 90 minutes. Trincao doesn't get that many minutes for Barcelona. He needs to get confidence. He doesn't understand the play in the Barcelona shirt. I would have preferred that, but he chose to take off the straight swap on the wing from the right, which I didn't really see fit. But of course, he got the game Conrad the minutes, which is good. But I think Conrad needs more minutes as well, because that left wing spot is open up for grabs with Ansu Fati's injury. And of course, our lack of wingers in the squad. I think Conrad needs to get more minutes. I think if he gives Conrad more minutes, we will see maybe his bright future. If not, we can maybe get to send him out on loan so he can get more experience there. Everything's a possibility. But overall, I think Koeman, what he did in this game was good. I think the first half needed work, but once he did whatever he did in the locker room worked, and that second half was brilliant. And of course, his subs would do well. He did them early. He did them, in the 3 intervals as well, which was good. So fair enough from Koeman today. Like I gave him my match review, 9 out of 10 performance today. Just want that first half to do a little bit of a touch-up and playing players in their right position. Now I want to briefly touch up on the star players from the game yesterday. We're going to first start off with, of course, Sergino Dest. He was Rack 1's man of the match. He was absolutely brilliant yesterday. I thought I was watching Dani Alves, to be honest. I was seeing it in my live watch along as well. He was superb. Up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Something Sergio Roberto can't do. Sergio Roberto needs to go up, back, up, back. Like, Sergio Roberto is too slow in transition to coming back for attacking and defending. And that's what Messi needs. He needs a fullback that can come and supply him when he needs him, and then go back and defend when he needs to defend. And I think Dest showed a great example of that, just like he did in the Clasico as well. Got a goal, was superb. We need to see more of Dest. I think I said this before after the Clasico, and I'll say it again. He is the undisputed starting right back right now. I don't know why Sergio Roberto is getting minutes. Just because he's a captain of the squad does not mean he should be getting minutes if he's undeserving of it. Dest is the right back that Barcelona need to start using from now on. He was brilliant. And I think with more minutes, more maturity in the squad, more, knowing the fact that he's a starting right back, it will boost him more, and we will see the true Sergino Dest, because he was brilliant. I don't want to say too early, but I think we have the Dani Alves replacement with us. We kind of saw that in Semedo, but the problem with Semedo was he always had poor performances here and there. He'd go like one good performances, bad, 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 one decent, bad, 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 one okay, semi-decent one, bad, bad, bad. That was Semedo's problem. Dest on the other hand has played a Clasico good, Getafe good, and now this one great. He is just going up and up and up and up. And if he can go up, reach the peak, and then just stay stable, he will be brilliant for Barcelona. And the second player who had a solid performance, of course, Oscar Mingueza, the Barcelona B center back, was brilliant. I think in the first half, just like everyone else, he started a bit slow. Of course, it was his debut. Maybe nerves were kicking in. I think his defending overall in the whole night was brilliant. But I think his passing out of the back in the first half was a bit poor. Had a poor pass to Dest. He kicked the ball out for some sort of reason on one of the phases of play, which I didn't think that was that great. Had some poor passes, but other than that, second half, got a wake-up call from Koeman, just like everybody else. Came out the second half brilliant. Had that goal-saving tackle in the first half, which I will not forget. I gave him a lot of credit for that in the live watch along. And match review as well was brilliant. And in the second half, he was just absolutely crazy. Got the flick on for Braithwaite's first goal as well. After that was a solid performance. I think in the second half, he was better than Lenglet for sure. I think overall, of course, he was better than Lenglet. I think the first maybe half an hour, Lenglet was trying to, command him, telling him what to do, and so on and so forth. Then once Mingueza got in the game, he was brilliant. So he's one for the future, and I'm now okay with us now signing Eric Garcia. But again, don't want to rush to any conclusion. We got to see Mingueza play more games. Then we know if we can trust him for the rest of the season, or if we need to bring in Eric Garcia. But I still think the club still want to get Eric Garcia in January. Now, another player who had an excellent performance yesterday, and he was my man of the match, was of course Carles Alena. He was absolutely superb. And this game opened up the fans' eyes to how he can play in that double pivot. If you play him alongside Busquets, De Jong, or Pjanic, he will have the freedom and he will do his thing, and he was superb. Barcelona tweeted out his numbers yesterday: 106 completed passes out of 107. And I told you guys this in the match review as well. I can only remember one misplaced pass that he made, and that was right. He only made one bad pass. Other than that, he was flawless. He needs to get more minutes. And trust me, Riqui Puig is challenging as well. He's putting in a great performance as well. The question is now, can Alena and Puig play in that double pivot? I don't think they can both play together, but you could have maybe De Jong, Alena, and then Puig in front of them. I think that would work. But the two of them in the double pivot, I don't know if that will work. Like I said before, Alena was brilliant last night, and he needs to get minutes against Osasuna. Whether he's a starter or not is up for debate. You could say he should start alongside De Jong. You should say, relax, De Jong and Pedri are the two double pivots moving forward. But I think he has to make an appearance off the bench if he's not starting. Because Alena proved today why he should be playing. And he needs to get a run of minutes to prove that to Koeman. Because if you just bench him after a great performance, he's going to be like, what's the point? What's the point of me going out there, putting 110% effort, putting in a masterclass 10 out of 10 performance, and getting benched the next game? It's just not fair. He needs to get any sort of minutes against Osasuna. At least a minimum of 15. Don't bring him on 90th minute for like 2 minutes just to run around a bit. That doesn't count. He needs to get a significant amount of minutes against Osasuna, especially at home, and he deserves it as well. Now, last thing I want to talk about is the performances between the La Liga and the UCL. Because in the UCL, we're turning into prime Barcelona, and then La Liga, we're looking like Ernesto Valverde's team. It's just, someone commented on my match review saying that we have more points in the UCL than we do in La Liga. I'm going to say that to you one more time so you can let it sink in. FC Barcelona have more points in the UCL than we do in the league. We played 8 games in the league, and we played 4 in the Champions League. That just shows Barcelona is inconsistent at the moment. I think that's one of Koeman's big criticism, his inconsistency in the team. 1 minute the team's playing masterclass football, Pep Guardiola 2.0. Next minute they're playing, Ernesto Valverde, Frank Rijkaard kind of football. It's just not it. Koeman needs to get the consistency in the team. And look, we all know that if Koeman's teams play like that, with the quality players, Messi, your Griezmanns, and your De Jongs, and all that stuff, and your PKs, and they perform like that, and they win, 5-0, then you can think, Koeman can maybe do a job at Barcelona. But then you have the Atletico Madrid kind of games, you have, Real Madrid kind of games, the Deportivo Alaveses, the Getafes, but we've had more bad games than good games this season, and that's Koeman's problem. He needs to instill into the squad to get those good performances out. Because to keep in mind, Koeman's an Everton reject, he's a Southampton reject, he's a Valencia reject, and now he's at Barcelona. I think Koeman was given this job on technicality because he did really well with the Dutch national team, and of course because he's an FC Barcelona legend, so that kind of boosted him up to get the job from Bartomeu. But he needs to get this inconsistency. That's what got him sacked at Everton, it's what got him sacked at Southampton, it's what got him sacked at Valencia. And it will get him sacked here if he does not break up the performances have to be more consistent. That is his major problem. Like I said before, the fact that we have more points in the UCL than the Liga, I've never seen that before as a Barcelona fan. It is just crazy, and he needs to get the consistency back into the team. Otherwise, he will be sacked by like mid-February. So some of the things we could have learned from the Dynamo Kyiv FC Barcelona match. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if I missed anything. Let me know if you want to, elaborate on my points. Of course, just keep in mind that the Black Kit is still undefeated. 2 games played, 7 goals scored, 0 conceded. Black Kit worked his magic again. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like. Let me know your comments down below. And of course, hit the subscribe button. And I'll see you next time on the channel. Take care and Forza Barca.